Okay, sorry that I had to cut the video earlier. Now I'm at part 2, and you can see I think I went another 100 miles or so. Now we got 100,336. As I was saying before, unfortunately I got to do this all again. My steering wheel had to be replaced, and the leather on here is not really leather. It gets scuffed up. Hence, I put some adhesive vinyl on here to keep it from being scuffed up. But I have a theory that that when it gets scuffed up, it affects like the ground or the electrical current from your hands that they use to detect your hands on here. I know that during the winter, I should backtrack a little bit, tell you that around 45,000 miles, my buttons started to have problems. Intermittently, they wouldn't work. Maybe one left wouldn't work, the view wouldn't work, and then it spread over to the left side, and progressively the buttons just stopped getting worse and worse till about 95,000 miles, where I couldn't use my travel assist, which really I had to get it fixed at that point. But when I had my steering wheel heater on, I would notice that sometimes if I put my hand in different locations on the steering wheel, you would actually hear a phantom. You would hear it click, 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 click. So my theory was that somehow it got shorted out when it got scuffed, but maybe I'm completely wrong. When I went to the dealership to get it traded, there was no way to replace the buttons, they said, because there was a module inside the steering wheel that was fried itself. So they had to change the whole thing. They charged me like $1,500. They charged me more money for the steering wheel than they did the seat. And the steering wheel, the seat, and the fuel and the electric charger port cost about $3,500 with everything or something. It's very expensive, unfortunately. But I've got it changed on there. Easy access would be great if it was working. It works on my passenger seat, since the 3.1 update, not on my driver's seat. That way you would avoid getting scuffed up. My seat memory doesn't work since the upgrade. On Monday, I've got an appointment to go in there to get fixed. Right now, since the fix about 3 weeks ago, my haptic feedback is not working. The buttons do work and they do make sound, but they don't have the haptic feedback like on the right side. So I believe that they're getting ready to die. So there's a 50,000 mile warranty on repairs from Volkswagen. I like having the 3.1 update. A lot of different reasons. Number one, it's good to see the temperature here, because I can't see here with my phone mount, and I like having the different data accessible. That's great. It sucks about the guest mode thing, the multiple user. I don't have any other users in my car, but when you get in the car, even though it says it's an Echo and you start, it's not an Echo. I believe it's in Comfort. So you actually have to switch and then switch back if you really want to be an Echo, even though that says you're an Echo. I don't know if that's a bug that they can fix or not. On Monday, they're going to take a look at that. I'm not having a lot of hope with it. I like the software update. It takes out the Bluetooth Android Auto problems that they used to have with Samsung phones, and it seems like Bluetooth is more stable in general. With Samsung, I use the S22 and S23 Ultra, and Bluetooth is way better and it seems more stable. I definitely have less crashes. I've had every kind of error what you see in the forum. None of them required me to go to the dealership. I am getting a lot less sensor errors through car wash than I used to, but I don't know if that's with the update or not. Just they worked themselves out. I do have a my 12 volt connector that I had installed at a stereo shop. You can check out the first video I made about that. I do like having the software update. The software update's great. I don't know if I get more range. I know the charging rate is much faster. I see 178 peak sometimes, or a little bit higher maybe. But the travel assist is way better. Before when you had travel assist on, it would like disengage if you have go 20 miles into a curve. We're disengaging. Now the new travel assist, I could go down the back of Mount Rose, which is a very windy mountain pass, and it will keep itself in travel assist the whole time. It's 100 times better than the original travel assist if you haven't got it already. I suggest everybody check it out. The horn thing is better. What else is better? There's something else I was going to say. Oh yeah, the original travel assist, what I liked is if you don't have your hands on the wheel, it would just slowly slow down, and eventually it would turn on the hazards. And but with the current travel assist, oh my God, if you don't have your hands on the wheel, it locks up the brakes, and your first instant reaction is grab the wheel like, what's going on? It's very effective, but you know what? If you're not gripping it and like paying attention, and you're so used to the original travel assist, it will lock up on you. It's probably locked up on me about 20 times, and it's like brake checking the person behind you. So it's not a good situation. And I never ever use voice assist on my car. I don't know. I think it's worthless compared if you have Google. I never use it. Like I said before, I wish that you had the option for defrost to last longer. And I wish that, I wish there had a default. Sorry, I'm not going to get into that. So, but as far as the car itself goes, it sucks that they removed the captain's chair arms on the new ones. That's a way to have cost savings and stuff. I believe that the ID.4, the first generation, is a great generation to have if you're looking for durability, because I believe that they tried to get out of the door so fast that they weren't working on efficiency and cost savings. They probably did it at a loss, and they overbuilt it. You could see them taking away features like the folding mirrors and the captain's seat and this and that. They're taking features away. But I believe that they knew that this was their shot against Tesla when they first made these. And I hope we get a lot of usability out of it. I hope I could get 500,000 to 1 million miles out of it. With the battery swap, I hope I could get a newer, larger capacity battery. I really wish that I had 300 miles of range. Because I could drive about 300 miles a day easy, and that'd be way better than the current range I have right now. That's my only regrets. But it's a workhorse. I can't complain. I can't complain about the sound quality. That doesn't get any better. Whatever you're playing music, you'll find that it's almost like there's not enough power coming from the amp, and just the general output levels will drop in the middle of music, and that seems like, God, it's such an expensive car. It's not a huge deal for me, but when I do listen to music, it sucks. I love the safety features and the surround sound of the radar warnings. That's great. Having travel assist is somebody that works. I've wrecked cars tired before, and my life has been in. I used to work in Tesla. I wrecked one of my cars coming home from my shift, working overtime to death there, and not while I ran off the road. I didn't wreck it, fortunately, and it's great. But the travel assist is really, 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 really makes this car worth the money for somebody that drives from 14, 15 hours a day. But let's see, what else can we talk about here. I wish the windows went down in increments. You can see as I put it down, I tried to leave it open a little bit just so it covers, so the wind frame covers that when I'm getting fresh air and not using my AC. AC doesn't use the battery as much as heater does. But it's difficult to get all the windows down in a certain position. I do get the bug. Sometimes you push the down button and it rolls up. That's common for a lot of people. What else can I tell you about here? I know I'm going to forget something that I wanted to say to everybody. Sorry, I'm really busy. So what else do we got here? If we go to, that's right. The reverse, for the people that haven't had the update yet, the reverse camera was not even usable at nighttime. And with the update, it's great. You can finally see out your reverse camera. And I find that I become dependent on the camera a lot. I almost stopped using the mirrors, and sometimes I'll get packages to fill up my cargo bay back there in my van. Sometimes I'll take my dog and my wife and I'll put up one of the seats, let the dog sit there, or some 2 kids or 3 kids. You know, we fit 5 people and a dog in here. You can't do 6, right? But it's pretty. Everybody's pretty comfortable. And let me go outside the car a little bit. I got these carbon fiber inlays that work pretty well, keep it from getting scuffed up. This car is built like a tank. I've been hit in 2 accidents. About a couple weeks after I bought the car, and I was pulling out, some lady sideswiped me in her Toyota station wagon. I forget the name of the car. Barely scratched my front bumper cover, and it had totally destroyed the whole side of her car. And even though it was her fault, I didn't want insurance to take care of it, so I paid $2 or $3 grand out of my own pocket to fix it. I didn't pay for the other guy. The other guy in a 4Runner, like, I don't know, it was a Toyota 4, some kind of truck he had. He ran on my quarter panel right here. I got repaired. It pretty much totaled his truck, and it barely dented my car. Dented the door a little bit here. And such a stable car, you know, 6,000 pounds or so, and it destroyed his truck. I don't want to try that again. But the back window gets dirty very easy. I feel for the people in the Honda Ioniqs that don't have a windshield wiper, and but it does get dirty very easy, and up in here it doesn't get hit with car washes. I haven't had no problem with my sensors, knock on wood. My back rears used to oscillate on grooved pavement. They do in some sections of roads. I took it to Volkswagen dealers to find out why it oscillates so much, and I haven't got a straight answer out of them. Sometimes it happens more in the cold. It happens in different sets of tires, like a slight vibration over grooved pavement. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but maybe I've gotten used to it, or maybe it's doing it less. What else can I tell you here? I can't tell you how many times I come in here with easy access. I'm afraid of getting the hitch that would stop it. But it's something that I do carry. Side here, I carry a gas mask and a chemical suit in case of nuclear war. Isn't that funny? Yeah, it's a nice old Eastern, nice modern caster. But anyways, that's another video. I carry a DeWalt air compressor. I have used the factory fix-a-flat to save my bacon. Now I don't have any factory fix-a-flat, but you know what I did? One time I went in and I had butts. They actually have I use in my bike tires. What's it called? Like a slime. Yeah, slime. They had slime. I suggest you keep a valve stool remover in your car, which I don't have right now. I need to go get one. And a bottle of slime. And if you get a flat tire, my tires are just dirty. That's not like scuffed up. If you get a flat tire, you could fix it up with slime. And believe it or not, slime works in car tires. And that was cool what Volkswagen had. Very messy though. And that pump, and it's such a pain in the ass to connect it. Slime, let all your air out. Get that DeWalt pump. And also, that DeWalt pump has a really accurate gauge. So I always keep my tires at 42. It's just what I do. And yeah, you see the bugs I just collected since I did the first portion of the video. I've heard some people replace their windshield without having it calibrated, for those guys who get a broken window. Let me see if there's anything that I forgot to cover. You know, some little things like right here, you can see there's a little bit of a bump in my window trim right here. I had to get my door adjusted so it would be even, and it seems like everything is really even. I don't have any problems with the craftsmanship of the car. Really, it is a great working car. The only problem I have is with the battery size and the range that I get. But if you're not working to death, you know, I've heard people in Tesla. I've heard some guys with Teslas had like 2 drive units go bad, in 100,000 miles. Now, I've totally lost my battery coverage. As I said earlier, I threw up a post in the ID.4 forum. I have no more battery warranty on here. And my next concern will be the brakes and change the brake fluid out. Not really a concern. That's what you got to do. But I hope that the car will last me forever. They got a really cool off-road suspension for $3,000. I mean, look, after 500,000 miles, if I have to spend 10 grand or so to change out the battery pack, hey, the car will be paid for. And I don't really think that these cars should have depreciation value the same as ICE cars. I think the factory warranties should take that into account and be longer. There's not as much moving parts to break. I think when I look online and I see my car's values like $15,000 or something, you got to be kidding me. Somebody bought this car at $15,000 or $20,000, even with 100,000 miles, they'd be getting a steal. If I was going to buy one new, would I buy one brand new? Well, it's good to have the 3 years of charging. But if you're not driving a lot and you could get it for, I paid like $47,000 or $48,000. I didn't pay any over markup, but with the tax, it was like $53,000 or $54,000. Remember, at the time, these were all going for a huge markup. And now you could get a Model Y. Would I get a Model Y for $38,000? I don't know. I want to get a Model 3 because it would be too small. I guess I can make it work, but would I get a Model Y? Maybe, if it was the same price, just because the range. But I heard the new guys in the 2023s or something are getting like 300 miles or something, right? It really sucks because I think the car is so durable, and I'm going to keep driving it. I've got another year and a half. What I think about is the car's great. In the future, after 500,000 miles, and you start getting all these 400-mile battery packs out, and 500 miles battery pack using dry cells and stuff, and I just spent like 53 grand more paying off my car. I use it for work. I get depreciation and stuff like that, and it pays itself out. They get 65 cents per mile for writing it off for taxes, and offsets my taxes. So it's a great car, and I mean, is this a car I could keep for 15 years and give my kids? I'm going to be 48 in a couple of weeks. I don't want to spend all my life working to pay off things like cars and stuff. It would be nice to get that Cybertruck. I got a reservation for 40 grand, but I'm guessing it'll probably be a lot more than 40 grand. And I'm sick of buying things. I'm getting too old and too tired. And however, the quality is great. I've had a lot of people when I drove it rideshare saying it's the nicest Uber that they ever got in. People can't believe it's a Volkswagen. I've looked at the Ioniq 5 since it came out when they were charging 20 grand over, and I feel like, yeah, the Ioniq 5 dash is kind of cool, but and I like the seat things in it, but it's a pretty good car. Really, you could tell though a lot when you're sitting here. I've read some design books or something, and they used to talk about how you could see the whole down the ground. That kind of sucks. I mean, it sucks to park and like I did a pretty good job right now, but I just went to the gas station earlier, and like I was like 3 feet from the front line. It's kind of goofy. I always park where there's no other people. White's a great color. You can't do black in the desert, and I just try to take care of the car, and I imagine it'll last a long time. I don't know when I'm going to change the radiator fluid, and I'm getting ready to sign out here. The new improvements, I don't know how the parking sensors work on the new car for park assist. I never need it. Travels is, it's awesome. I mean, auto, how would that be? What's Tesla called? Autopilot? That'd be cool, but you know what? The way that I figure it is, if you're thinking about autopilot, and you're thinking about the ID.4, is it's pretty darn good travel assist. It's not like you can't type in your destination, it won't stop at red lights. You got to keep an eye on it. But I don't know that I would ever really trust autopilot to not do anything else. And it's I read a lot, I do a lot of stuff while I'm driving it, and it's I could never do that. But I got somebody calling me right now. I don't know, you guys can hear the phone ringing. It's a great car, everybody, and I'm sorry if I missed some things here. I'm really happy with my purchase. Highest mile car in ID.4 in America, maybe. Volkswagen doesn't care. Thank you for this great car. I recommend it to anybody. If there's any questions, put in the comments. I hope I did this car justice with this quick 100,000 mile review. Oh, one more thing. When I turn right, sometimes at low speeds, I hear like a rubber, a little bit of a rubber sound, like the bushings are kind of rubbing against each other. There's no loop points. I don't know what that is. Not a huge deal, but I could hear it a little bit in slow speeds. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.